My name's Andy, and I am an A-level PE teacher at Rochdale Sixth Form. The purpose of this video is just going to give you an insight into the experiences that you'll be having when you start at Rochdale in September. So let's jump straight in. So a big question that we get is, what do we study? Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is skill acquisition. That is how you learn, retain and use skills in a sporting context through the use of your neuromuscular system and your nerves and your muscles. Then we would look at exercise physiology, training and performance. That is how training methods change our body and force adaptations for us to become better performers. Then we would look at sports psychology. Within that, we explore things like aggression and why someone would be really aggressive on a football pitch, but then maybe really calm off of it using theories. Then we would look at movement analysis and biomechanics. This would be more analysis of performance. However, now we are getting into the real science of it. So looking at the reasons that maybe Mo Farah is suited to run really, really far. But then we look at Usain Bolt and why he's really good at running very fast. Then last of all, we have Sport and Society, which is more of an evaluative section of the course. And we would look at a little bit of history of sport, a little bit of how you move through the sporting pyramid to the elite levels of sport, and then more debating kind of around the ethics of sport, for example, the use of performance enhancing drugs. Once you've learned all that, you're going to be assessed in two different ways. The first method is going to be an exam. Okay. The second method is coursework. There are two exams. Both of those papers are 105 marks each, and they are worth 35% of your grade each, making up 70%. The last 30% is split into practical coursework and written. Practical coursework involves being assessed in one sport of your choice, which is obviously a reduction from GCSE. From there, you have written coursework, which would be an analysis and evaluation of your performance, of your video that you would have of yourself performing in your practical coursework. You would find your weaknesses and you would write a training program on how to improve these aspects of your performance. If you do GCSE currently, you may know this as a PEP. So when you're doing your practical coursework, you can do any of the following activities. I've highlighted two specifically, rock climbing and coaching. Now, there could be an instance where you're no longer playing sport anymore, or you don't feel like you're playing to the best standard that you could. If that's the case, we can use rock climbing or coaching, where we will provide the facilities and the teaching in order for you to use this as your practical coursework and then write about it in your written coursework. This will still allow you to get a decent grade in your coursework, despite maybe not coming in being a top performer. Now, it's early days yet, but also you're kind of going to want to know where you're going after college. Now, if you're picking A-level PE because it's something that you're passionate about and that you want to carry on after college, then there's four kind of main aspects you could go down. So you have sports science and performance analysis, you have physiotherapy, PE teaching / coaching, and then diet and nutrition. Most of those, i.e. physiotherapy, PE teaching, diet and nutrition, tend to follow into a job related to that, whereas sports science tends to open up a host of other jobs as well. So your task, what I would like you to do before September, is to watch one of the following documentaries. They are both about doping in sport, okay, and the problems that they pose. You have Lance Armstrong Stop at Nothing, which is on YouTube, or you have Icarus, which is on Netflix. While you're watching it, I'd like you to be thinking about the questions of what drugs and performance enhancing drugs are they using, and what advantage does it give them over other performers, okay? And then that should kind of link to why do they take those drugs. and thinking in the broader context of should athletes be able to take performance enhancing drugs. Okay, that is a key question that we answer in our sport and society segment, which allows you to kind of open up on whether it is ethical or not to take performance enhancing drugs if everybody else is doing it. That is it for me in terms of Rochdale Sixth Form A Level PE. I'm looking forward to meeting you all in September. Thank you for coming, guys.